Ding, ding. Okay, so we're back in special session, special meeting, I guess it's called. And it is 8:50. Okay, Marcy, do you want to take it from here?
So the next thing to talk about, so if we're still on goals, if there's anything to discuss on the strategic plan goals at all, otherwise we'll move into the next.
Let me read those a little bit more detailed here.
I wonder if we need to make a specific goal to participate in that 100 nonprofits, and it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't know it's a priority for me.
It's not a priority for me.
So the priority is that we, in fact, maybe we should put in there something to match the goals that we put in for John for his next writing period about that, the employee surveys. Just switch that out.
So we can do like, we'll participate in an employee survey.
Yes.
But the stance that we're in.
The Willamette Valley Council of Government. Yeah. I know.
Thank you.
Names are-
That's a good one. It's a solid one.
Yeah. I'm good with those now.
I'm good.
Yes, me too.
Jenny, are you good with the goals?
Yeah, yes, I'm good with
Okay,
that.
thank you. All right.
The next topic for discussion would be the general manager compensation. I do have on the top of page 6, the general wording that we've used in the past.
So let me be clear on the vacation. So he gets 40 hours of vacation or an additional 40 hours
An
vacation?
additional 40
So
hours
how
of
many hours
vacation.
of vacation are we up to?
There is, I have it on a sheet. Let's look here. And
You got it. It was 3 or 4 years ago, I think the commission added the 40 hours of vacation, and that is just sort of that, well, since 2021. And that's just sort of continued on this.
A lot of
review.
vacation could be.
But it isn't like it isn't 40 every year. It's just in 2021, I believe, you added 40 hours to his overall vacation.
yes,
That's
we added
More
40 hours to
It's
his.
in lieu of a salary increase,
Yeah, but
right?
it's not that he's getting an additional every additional 40 every year.
Oh, right, hard to read that.
We did have some question. There was
It's a chart, yeah.
there was a little bit of a question in the following years whether that 40 hours disappeared and it had to be renewed every year, but I don't know if that holds either.
Where is he at now?
So he's at 160 hours right now. And
Because, Sam, when you say disappears, this is unused portion of the 40 hours from 2021, or is it?
No, when I said disappeared, I mean, was that 40 hours a 1-year thing?
Okay,
Do we have to keep,
In
Do
lieu
we
of
have to keep
compensation.
renewing it every year? I don't know.
how have we treated that?
Excuse me?
How have we treated it?
I think we've retreated as it's just been ongoing. It was sort of a established thing that and it's just continued here on the review. It was sort of almost a ghost. I mean, it's like a ghost from 2021.
yes, we had that question. Is this a continuing thing? And so adding it in here, we would know if that's what the
kinda confirms
commission
that, I
wants
guess
or
we-
not.
I have a question
Yeah.
too. Is it take it or leave it? Vacation hours, or do they
no.
accrue?
They accrue.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then what happens at retirement? Can you cash out?
You can cash out vacation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you cash out.
Usually
vacation.
can on vacation, not always sick time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with 4 weeks. I think he deserves 4 weeks vacation. I'm good with it,
Yeah.
but I would like to have this form read differently in the future.
Okay, yeah, you
And
bet.
just say that he has 4 weeks vacation. Instead,
Yeah,
because I
just
thought
like
he
to
was.
know the
yeah, paying
base.
40 every year.
I think I was under the
has-
impression that there was more than 4 weeks.
So to be clear, he has 160 hours plus 40 hours
Oh,
of
plus 40.
vacation.
He has 5 weeks
Two-
right now.
Yeah,
200
and
hours.
his one benefit he doesn't have is that his management staff who attends regular meetings has a management leave of a week also. So it's a little bit equivalent to that.
Yeah, he's on the employee schedule, so he's over 15 years.
Yes,
So
he's
just more-
17 years.
So he just normally has, just from his length of service, he has 160 hours, right?
Mhm,
So it's 40 hours on top of that.
40 hours on top of that, so 200 hours total.
So 5 weeks.
5
Okay.
weeks.
And,
What-
and
Yeah.
the additional time that the rest of the
More than
management
that.
staff has. He gets paid and it doesn't count for his vacation if he goes to a PNC meeting or something like that, right?
He gets paid
Shouldn't.
for that,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it doesn't
Yes.
count against his
It doesn't
vacation.
come out,
Okay, good,
count
that's
against
what, that's
his
the way it should be.
vacation,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so.
Does anybody have the, when you gave us a packet
Mhm.
last time with a chart, can I take a look at that?
Yes,
Thank
is
you.
that chart there?
It might be all of it. Oh, yeah, that one. Thank you.
Do you have the others or not?
Yes,
If
I-
you're gonna look, we need to look.
that's right. So there's the mayor's.
Jenny will tell you, oh yeah, look at my writing.
Because
I
it looks
wasn't-
like, it looks like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, these are basically just as, well, we can look at it.
Okay.
And you're looking
It's the
at
first-
specifically, I think what Commissioner Macy Baker's looking at is the history chart of John's salary. So that's all public.
Yeah.
And Denny would have that in with the Milliman survey information on the iPad if he has that.
I know, I mean.
I have that up.
What we're looking at, however, is we're looking specifically at the history of John's salary.
Here we go.
This document,
Okay,
that's not.
that's all we're looking at.
That's not
Okay,
confidential.
so that's all we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Okay. that's
So-
what you put in.
I just want to clarify because according to your like step increases, he
Mhm.
should have 4 weeks. And then you said he has an additional 5, but these additional 40 hours that you added in 2022 and 2023,
Mhm.
so would that be an additional 2 more? for the
No,
Step, or
I
is that
think
just
that-
the step?
I think it's the confusing way they wrote it is in 1 year, they gave him an additional 40 hours instead of a pay increase. And so it
Uh-huh.
just keeps listing that same 40 hours.
Oh, each time. It wasn't each year.
Correct, and that's
Oh,
where I
that's
was
where you,
confused,
okay.
Cause I'm
Okay.
like, what the, how many?
It was just
Yeah.
One time,
one time, okay.
so over and above what he earned based on time.
Time of service, yeah.
Time served.
Got it.
I was to say
Got
time
it.
served, it sounds like he's in prison. Okay, got it. So I think that I would want to just clarify that and put him at 5 weeks, I think
Yeah.
as.
And
his
so the
position.
car allowance is similar then, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just 800 a month
Right.
each year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Denny, did you have any questions about that? The compensation on regards to the car or vacation?
No, I understand that.
Okay. Are we all good with the 5 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
So
right.
are we, okay, yes, sorry.
no, that's all right. I just want to try to, and then the car allowance stays the same. Everybody good with that? Any
Yes.
changes there or discussion?
I'm good with that. Yep.
Okay. So now we're at the actual salary. And looking at what the history is.
I guess I just need more understanding. And also too, what percentage increases do we give employees? Or do you give employees? Not me.
So this year we are doing, it's different for the union because they have a contract, but
Yeah.
for non-union employees, we're doing a 2.6 COLA
Okay.
for employees. And then an employee would receive an opportunity to receive either a step increase or a merit increase at the performance appraisal.
Okay,
And so step increases are 4%. And merit increases for most employees are 3%.
okay.
And
And it's an
so the step would be
opportunity,
non,
meaning, sorry.
oh,
So
sorry,
opportunity means it's a decision on John.
based on good performance.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, so it's non-automatic, but
Right,
with good performance on their performance appraisal.
okay,
So the step increases are with the non-exempt employees, and the merit increases of 3% are with the exempt employees.
Yeah, I'll just point out that the authority to hire, fire, set
Yeah.
compensation all rests with the commission. You have through the various documents, one being the compensation policy, you delegated that
okay,
to the
two,
general manager.
right, okay, thank you. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
good, it's good clarification. Yeah.
Except his salary.
Except his.
Except his,
Right.
yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't delegate that.
The other thing that could happen is you could have a market increase if someone's way off market, you could adjust that.
Mhm.
But that'd be on,
And we've done that
On
in
a-
the past, like to deal with lineman shortages or something like that, right?
yes, and engineering tends to need adjustment every
Yeah,
once in a while.
it's my perception from being involved here and the information we had in the executive session and being involved at MW&L that the demand for people in John's position, and especially people who do it as well as John does, is quite high right now, and the supply isn't particularly high. So I think a 10% increase will take into effect merit and longevity and what the market is for people that do this work.
So that would take him to. So 10% is what you're suggesting. Danny, do you have any input?
Well, I would probably lean with Tom there. Just I think the market, I believe, is exactly what Tom said. I think finding people of John's quality is, I think we're lucky, blessed, however you want to put it, to have someone like that on our leading this right now. So I definitely want to take care of him correctly.
And going back to this market, where we're at now, based on the minimum, he's below what a medium would be, correct?
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, right now he is 6.73% below the median.
So 6.73 and then add the 2.6. 10%. And within I always go with the budget. Would this increase fit within our budget?
I mean, I get it, like John he's valuable and I just am always careful with, if we're putting out a narrative that we're running things so thin, is this over the top? Like when I read the Milliman, we're actually probably above average considering our size of his salary, like his current salary. But I just need discussion around it. I just want to hear, that's always my thing. And also, what are we paying our employees? What are we, that's important to me,
And to put
is
your-
that to not go above and beyond for the top when we're putting out a narrative that we're trying to run things as thin as possible.
Right, and to put your mind at ease in regards to development, I think if you're talking here in open session, generalities out of development are fine. What we don't want to do is start citing specific, okay, that agency is doing that.
Oh, of
and
course.
That agency is doing that.
Right.
You know, but I think if you're fine, I mean, I don't think if you said anything that just concerns me. About them.
My just personal opinion is, I mean, I know we look at $1 and $1 wages can be high and compared to some others. But I also look at this agency or this organization and how well run it is and how it meets the needs and continues to be involved in the community, in the state, at the federal level. And all the employees that I talk to on a regular basis are very happy. They are long-term employees. And I think John has a lot to do with that. I mean, he's everything water and light. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody I know that would be more involved in their job than he is. And I certainly don't want to overpay, but based on the history and looking at the information provided from other municipalities, I think we're right in line with that. And I just want to make sure budget wise that we're okay too. That would be my thing is.
And Lisa, I hear what you're saying about,
Mhm.
and in the past, we did have a general manager one time who said, I'm not taking a raise this year because things are so bad and the employees aren't getting one either, so we're not doing it. But
Plus, we just did a rate increase, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, those are
Right.
things that are, that
But
I think about.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
now, if you look at what we do,
Mhm.
you know, we certainly have very economical power and water for people and reliable and environmentally sustainable, but we don't do it by underpaying our employees.
Mhm.
You know, we have long-term good employees who I think will say they're fairly compensated. I think they make more than most jobs around here. And so the way we do it is we get the right people
Yeah.
and they're very efficient. And, you know, so our staff hasn't grown that much.
Mhm.
Now we have outsourced some things like some of
Right.
the finance things and such, but
Right. Third
we
parties.
haven't grown that much. And so I don't think we market ourselves as we underpay our people, so your power bill is lower. I think we
Mhm.
market ourselves as we have really super high quality people
Yeah,
that we compensate and your power bill is lower.
so I just want to keep that message
Yeah,
consistent.
yes.
Yeah.
Any input?
Yeah, I mean, I hear both of you guys. I mean, your thoughts. I go to, you know, I had an employee and we were discussing, you know, raises, and one of them went through the things that that employee had done throughout the year that had saved us so much money because of their knowledge and made us so much money because of their knowledge. And I think John falls into that. I think his skill set is such. I think the benefit that he brings to Mac Water and Light that probably helps put us in the position we are is, in my mind, worth making sure he's very fairly compensated. So, you know, he doesn't look around. There's no need to look around, that he's, you know, paid what he's worth here because of the job he's doing. So, I like the way Tom put that, that we hire the quality people to run this organization, and it shows. So I agree with those.
Thank you. Okay, so we're back to, I don't know, in regards to where our budget is, do we have, anybody have that? Or Mark Dunmeyer, or?
I don't have, Mark would know.
Can
I-
we,
Do you want to, I mean, are we wanting to bring Mark in just to discuss that, or do you want to bring? I mean, it's a question of you all go through your annual examination of your expenses every
Mhm.
year. So this will get shifted into, it'll become an expense. And your expenses become the grist mill or the grist for the rates. I mean, so it all gets, it gets pushed through into the rates. It will come out the end in the rates. So, you know, do we have it in, you know, I can't imagine that a difference of $30,000, it's not going to break the bank
Okay.
on 30,000. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way, but that's, we spend a lot of money around here. That's probably not gonna be a big impact or a significant impact on the budget overall.
Okay, I just try to be
right.
fiscally responsible.
Sure,
I know that
sure,
we
sure.
just passed a budget.
Yeah.
And if that's going to
Right,
change anything that we need to worry about, we need to know that since we're the ones in
Right.
charge of both.
yeah.
So,
I agree.
And I don't know how that was, I don't know how this was pushed into the budget in terms of what the expectation, really you're asking, what was the expectation?
when the budget was set.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Um,
and I don't know that we put in increases.
our increases
For general
factored
manager.
in
I,
to this year's budget.
yeah, did we do that?
I think there
I don't
were
know.
general increases factored in, because I have a vague recollection of some discussion about, well, we expect raises for staff will be this
I mean,
much.
shall I go, I mean, I can go get Mark and we can ask the question.
I would like to
Okay.
know.
Yeah,
before I
let's do
vote
that.
to
Let's do that.
Something.
Then we'll know
Yeah. just
what's
wanna make sure.
accurate.
No, I
No,
it's
no,
completely
it's fine.
legitimate.
Yeah,
I do
question,
too.
that's a good
Like
question.
I think
Should
it's
be asked.
important.
I think we call our budget an estimate of expenditures and receipts.
Okay.
So I think it's not like a city budget where you have to go through a process to amend it if the numbers change. a little bit. I think that we'll find
We'll
out
get that from
Sam. Yeah.
Mm.
From Mark.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, pack your shoes. It just happened this weekend. It's weird.
Please tell James it was
Getting
like
old.
doing a good job of filling the rest of it.
Oh, yes. I don't know.
Bet you it's raining hard up there.
Yeah, it probably is. Probably is. It's good. We were just discussing if it was full or not. I'm not sure.
10 feet,
10 feet
10 feet.
from.
Yeah, we need 10 feet to fill the dam.
I think
Okay.
it'll fill.
Or no, that's a bar. Yeah, that's what I told John too. By
Yeah.
the end of the day, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
No.
When we raised the dam, we had to do it earlier than before the time we got crunched on water, because there was a question about whether we could fill it that year, because they'd be working, and then would it fill enough and would there be enough water? So we had to do it early, and there were some scrunches that, some environmental things, and we didn't have time to fight with them. We just had to do what.
No.
That was where we had, it was dual jurisdiction on the wetlands. So the area around that we've created as the wetland, when we put the reservoir in, was now a wetland that we had to mitigate. And there were two jurisdictions, the Army Corps and the State Department, Division of State Lands. And the Army Corps was happy with what we did in the chute that goes up from the Nestucca, and plus adding some things that made it more apt to be a wetland around the bigger around it. But the Division of State Land said, no, that's not enough. Well, that's not what we want. We want you to fix a creek
No.
outside of Newburgh and meander it and such in the valley there, on the back way to Newburgh. And so we, rather than fight with them and say that's outside the
Yeah.
the basin where the water's going, and we just had to do it because we didn't have time to, put it off for a year or two.
Oh, gee.
So, and then it turned out that we spent a lot of money on that and they never could do what they wanted. That you couldn't develop a kind of, what was it, some kind of wetland forest or something that they wanted.
Mhm.
I mean, the creek is much better now, but they didn't develop what they said they would at the beginning.
Interesting.
So,
And there's no, can't change that, right?
no.
Yeah,
Like the
there's
state
plants
lands.
that won't grow where they planted them.
Yeah, it was something, I forget what they called it. It was some kind of a wetland forest is not the right term, but it was something like that.
Hmm.
Carbon sink.
No, that's much too, no, it was just and something needed to fix there. The question was whether we should do it. I mean, because it was. they
Welcome
had
to our meeting, Mark
channels.
Detmeyer.
It's called a pop quiz, Mark.
I had a discussion with Mr. Dunbar because I wanted to make sure he understood the questioning, the opportunity to achieve the correct information. So looking at next year's next year's budget,
Mhm.
what was the estimate for next year for the increase for the general manager?
For the general manager was 5.9%
Was the estimate,
was the increase, yeah.
right? Now, we don't operate, I'll just say, we don't operate under the public budget. So we don't formally adopt a budget that you're, like at the city,
Mhm.
you adopt a budget, you're held to that. That's
Right.
your cap. You
Right.
don't operate under the public budget
We have
laws.
to make an
So
amendment.
what we have
Yeah.
is an estimate.
Okay.
Which gets fed through your budget process into the following year and then eventually into the rate process.
Mhm.
So it is truly an estimate. But
Okay.
that's what the estimates are based on right now.
Okay.
8%.
And we do look at it, how we're doing on the estimate. It's not like we just make up a number and forget it.
Right.
So,
So now we have discussions, we have a thought, we don't have any recommendations, we have a thought of a 10%, we have a knowledge of what is estimated at 5.9. Let's have some discussion around that. Anybody?
well, I think I don't recall the commission discussing what we thought it would be. I think staff put this together as a reasonable estimate. I don't think that it was complicated for staff to do that, I think, given it was, their boss's salary. So I don't think it's that big of a difference, 4% of his salary. And I don't think it's going to impact the budget adversely. And and you can tell me this, our employees are not underpaid, right? I mean, a few people might think they
It's a
are.
loaded
But
question.
in terms of comparing, you make an effort that we pay people
Yeah.
comparable to what they would make elsewhere or higher than that, right?
We review salaries every year compared to the market and try and provide appropriate salary levels for that.
And we compare to other utilities, which tend to be higher than, say, the city, for instance, right?
I haven't looked at the city's wages in a while, a couple years. So I don't know that I have a good guess of that.
What do you,
Denny?
do you have an understanding of the city's employees?
Yeah, I don't think I hate to compare to another municipality.
Yeah.
Like, that's not apples to apples.
Yep.
Yeah, I would lean with Tom on this just from the comparisons that I read. And if we're looking at just looking at the raises from merit and competency and the COLA, I think we're close to that if we were to go down using those numbers. Is that correct?
Yes,
Or we could meet in the middle if we budgeted 6% and Tom's suggesting 10, go 8, but I don't know. I'm not as informed as other commissioners, I think.
I mean,
I'm gonna,
that's fair to you.
huh?
I don't think that's fair to you. I think you are.
Okay. Okay,
Oh, gotcha.
but I mean, historically, experience-wise.
I lean towards the 10% at least for this particular year.
Yeah, I think that bringing him up to, that the level that at least I saw that it should be would be fair. And then I think, if we can keep that in the years to come with, the normal standard raises, I think that would be something we should look at doing.
Okay. So,
Can we make a motion? Is that what we are doing here?
Actually, that's fine. You're just giving staff direction to prepare the document. As you guys have discussed, you all discussed that Commissioner Elmer is going to have a discussion with general manager about this, the whole review. The actual decision we made in open session, we're anticipating that on December 16th. So that's when you'll actually adopt
okay,
the review, the salary, and as we get on to the job description, that'll happen on the 16th.
okay. Anything else we need to discuss?
The job description.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you back the salary
That sounds great.
information. There's,
You're good. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
and do we need to give back the,
Yeah, we'll collect the billing and information back from you.
but the other one too, the one with
Hey,
the,
Brandon.
with the evaluation, do we need to give that back?
Probably wise to keep that back.
Is she up there yet? Oops.
So staff sent out a proposed revised job description. I do have copies here. If people want to look at it, it is an electronic document we sent out earlier, but
Yeah,
and so the thought behind this is that the the essential functions would be grouped by topics that would easily move over into the performance appraisal as the topics for the performance appraisal as well. It's a different way of doing the job description. I don't know if people need copies of the current job description, but they aren't done in that fashion. They are,
the current.
that's the current, this is the current. So currently, who has a list of essential job functions that have been created in the past? This is a different style of job description that combines, that groups by topic, different job functions of a general manager. And then they would easily translate into the performance appraisal. And so the performance appraisal, you had a lot of topics this year, 13 items that you reviewed and commented on. This would reduce that a little bit. And so the document could be edited further if you like this style. But looking for feedback on your thoughts on a revised job description.
I've been looking through my notes. Where do you said it was sent out earlier. Where would I find that?
was it
It
email?
was emailed out. I could have,
A while ago.
I could ask Trina to bring it up on the screen.
Well, I can.
Let me go do that real quick.
Was it basically just organizational changes? Did we
think a lot-
remove anything? Did we?
I think most of it is organizational changes. One of the
Organizational.
fundamental sort of driving reasons to do this was to reduce the number of categories.
Mhm.
And because it pushes through to the review, and you end up with fewer categories in the review to work on.
Gotcha.
And I think we just noticed, over the course of the last several years, having 13 categories in the review sometimes is a little bit much.
And it looked clear too, it was more understandable.
Were any bullet points removed? Any?
Did you remove any substance, Marcy? or
I
did you-
can't remove any substance. One of the things that I like that is now included is the management of water and electric utility systems. I can't remember if that was actually called out. That might have been called out on his, but it's not currently on the performance appraisal. It might though have been in his essential job functions.
Fine.
Are the meetings with the city manager still monthly?
No,
No, so there's.
well, wait a minute, city manager monthly, but not reporting to the city.
Like a.
Yes.
The manager.
City is-
Okay,
So
How often?
twice a year.
Twice a year, yeah.
and then I did have one thing that I, on the external relations, one of John's huge strengths, like you've heard me say before, is that he really understands what's going on in the industry and the things that in government that affect us. And I don't know that we would always hire somebody who, who had that level of expertise.
Mhm.
So I wonder if we should have something in here that says, to the extent that the general manager doesn't have you can pick the right word, a very high level of expertise in this area, he or she will develop a staff person to assist them in this. I would, and I don't know if that's, I don't want to water down that we want that expertise from the GM, but I also, there's a lot of things going on here. And if those other things are taking too much of the GM's bandwidth, I'd like them to hire someone who or develop somebody who can do that same kind of thing and give us the level of expertise and involvement that John has. And I don't know.
Would that be like with the lobbyist, like extra time, or would it
Could
be?
but could be with the lobbyist, but what I'm thinking is there are lots of things that we need to be looking ahead to see what's coming and then make plans in the utility based on that. And I don't, our lobbyist has a very important function, but I don't know if we have enough connection with the lobbyist when we're making these decisions that aren't directed at. I think it's really valuable to us to have somebody who can say, well, this is coming. Let's, we need to think about that when we do the budget, or we need to think about that when we build the substation or the water treatment plant.
And you think that's separate than the GM?
No, I think the GM should do it.
Yeah.
But I think that we might want to say that if to the extent the GM, doesn't have the time or the bandwidth to do that, they're responsible for it, but we expect them to have a staff person that will be on that all the time. And I may
Like a government relations category
Yeah.
plus
With somebody else.
strategic planning.
Yeah, somebody else, and part of it, I think, is we've been spoiled by John, because he's so good at that, and I'm just concerned that another GM
Might not have that.
may not
skill
have
set.
that, and I don't really know, and maybe that's something you guys can deal with if that happens, but
Yeah,
I just wondered about that.
So can you, we put something in there that says that they'll have. Be informed and have knowledge of, and but then let them determine how that's done.
Yeah.
As a GM.
Sure.
You know, instead of being specific, go ahead.
It sounds like what Tom's saying, either you want that done personally by the GM, or you want water line, there would be water line staff be
Yeah.
able to do it,
Yeah.
and that's something that, however, is still his responsibility.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, it might be something that's say either he's gonna do it personally, or it's gonna be, or
And maybe, I don't want to water down that, you know, when we're looking for a GM and hopefully the long future, not the near future. That, you know, we're looking for that, but I can see where you might find somebody who was great every other way, or somebody who was good in that, but like I said, you know, you're building the water treatment plant, and you're building all, it may be they just, or Bonneville's blown up, or not
Yeah.
blown up, but the relationship with Bonneville's gotten very complicated.
Right.
The person may not be able to do that themselves.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just something that the commission could keep an eye on.
Absolutely. I mean, all the legislation
Yeah.
is so important. Affects all cities, all municipalities.
okay.
Other than that, I mean, I support what you're saying, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything.
I mean, and number 6 does deal with that.
It does, it just kind of, I guess, kind of calling out legislative issues would be helpful in that
Yeah.
spot. Because it says federal agencies, but there's a lot of federal agencies.
yes.
And state and local. So. All right, Jenny, do you have anything to add? Sorry.
I do not. I
Okay.
think adding that, and I think it looks good to me.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Lisa, do you have anything else? Or are you good? Great. Okay. Are you done with us?
I am done with you.
Okay, any additional discussion before we close the meeting?
Very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna close the meeting at 9:33 AM. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Mitch.
back.